Hey my good friend, Sam Haymart. For Test Driven TV, we recently test drove the 2017 Volkswagen GTI, and that means we have an episode of Under the Hood. The 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder E888 engine in the Volkswagen GTI is the newest generation of the engine found under the hood of several of the Volkswagen brand vehicles across the board. In the base S model we have here, outputs rated at 210 horsepower at 4,500 RPM and 258 pound-feet of torque from 1,500 all the way through 4,500 RPM. It has 220 horsepower in the sport trim and above, though torque does remain the same. It's available with 2 transmissions, a 6-speed manual or a 6-speed DSG automatic, which this car has. The E888 engine received a number of improvements in its 3rd generation that net better horsepower and fuel efficiency, as well as quicker response and drivability. Design enhancements have also made it lighter than before. Though lighter, construction still starts with an iron block that pays off in the noise, vibration, and harshness department. Saving 72 pounds over the last generation, it has thin wall casting that allows sections of the block to be less than 1/8 of an inch thick. Also helping save weight is a new crankshaft with 4 counterweights instead of 8. To keep it all balanced, 2 chain-driven balance shafts offset the vibrations and oscillations of the main rotating assemblies and help it to be one of the most refined engines in its class. The crossflow cylinder head is cast aluminum with dual overhead cams, both with variable valve timing capability, and the exhaust with variable valve lift. New for this engine, the exhaust manifold is cast into the head, allowing its turbocharger to bolt directly to it. Exhaust thus benefits from water cooling, which lowers temperatures by up to 160 degrees, allowing for a leaner fuel mixture. And the shorter route to the compressor also gives the engine less turbo lag and better fuel economy. Following the airflow, the intake charge comes through a wide intake plenum across the radiator support, then into a filter box up front on the driver's side. From there, it heads over to the turbocharger at the rear of the engine, easily seen from above. From there it travels up to an air-to-air intercooler ahead of the radiator down below the front bumper, then up to a drive-by-wire throttle body and a composite intake manifold at the front of the engine. There it's mixed with fuel from direct injection. Injectors are hidden down below the plastic intake manifold. Injecting fuel directly into the cylinders, the system operates at extremely high pressures of 2,900 psi to assure optimum atomization. In spite of all the tech, servicing the engine is actually quite straightforward in spite of the fact this is one tightly packed engine compartment. This starts with the windshield washer fluid and air filter right up front. Next to that is the ECU and the main fuse block. Behind those, the battery neatly wrapped in a thermal jacket. Reaching and checking the brake fluid is just to the left of the battery, but does require a funnel because it is buried down there just a bit. On the passenger side, neatly grouped, is a coolant reservoir, oil filler cap, and the oil dipstick. Now changing the oil filter is quite easy, as it's a cartridge right there on top of the engine where it's in plain sight and within easy reach. Well, there you have it for the underhood tour of the 2017 Volkswagen GTI. Now you can see a full test drive by clicking on the big square right there and see what it's actually like to drive, or click here, subscribe to our YouTube channel. New video almost every other day. There's always something new.